chapter number 3, that is types of government. Okay, so quick recap. What did we study? We studied the democratic forms of government. In that there were types. Okay, now the first one is parliamentary form. Okay, in this what it is? There are two heads in parliamentary form of government. First is the Prime Minister, who is directly elected by the people. Okay, and the second is the President. The President is elected indirectly. Okay, how indirectly? That is, first the people, that is we, common people, we elect the representatives, and amongst them then they elect the President. Okay, then they vote and elect for the President. Then executive is a part of legislative branch. Okay, it is a part of it. India follows this form of government. Clear? This is parliamentary form. Then presidential form of government, the legislature, judiciary and executive are separated. Okay, as we saw in the parliamentary form, it is a part of it, but in presidential form, it is what it is? It is separate. All the three, that is legislature, judiciary and executive. The president is the real head and has all the powers. Okay, all the powers is in the hand of president. Naturally, what is the name? Presidential form of government. So mainly all the powers are in the hands of president. It makes his own team members of cabinet who are not members of the parliament. See, what does the president do? It makes his own team. Now these team, that is the cabinet members, are not the part of the parliament. That is legislature or executive की बात नहीं होती. They are separate from it. They are only the part of the president's team. Okay? The president can only be removed by a difficult procedure called impeachment. Okay? So in this form of government, it is not very easy to remove the president. There is a procedure, that is impeachment. Is it clear? This we have already discussed. Now today we will start with who can vote. That is, who is eligible to vote. Okay? Now let's start. Citizens of India who are 18 years of age or above can cast their votes for the representative of their choice. Okay? What is it? That every citizen, those who are living in the country and who are the citizens, they have the right to vote. But only if you are 18 years or above. Now see, you people, you are not 18 years old, you are below 18. So you don't have the right to vote. That is what they have said, that whoever is our choice of all the election representatives. Okay, from every party there is representatives. So what? It is our choice to whom we have to give vote. Clear? For casting vote during elections, it is important that their names should be included in the voters list that contains names of people who can vote. Now see, it's not like you just go to the voting camps and you just say I want to vote and you get. No. What it is that there is a voters list. Okay, voters list. In that there is the names of those people who are eligible to give votes. Okay, those who have the voter ID as well as those who are 18 years or above. So for example, if I want to give vote, I will go to the center and I have to show my voter ID as well as age proof that shows that I am 18 years or above. So that can be your Aadhaar card. Okay, so through Aadhaar card they can identify. Is it clear? Now, since all citizens are equal, irrespective of caste, Now what they have said that voting is allowed for all the citizens, irrespective of your caste, creed, your religion. It does not matter if you are from upper caste or from lower caste. So all this does not matter in this. Okay, you have to be the citizens. You have to get the necessary documents. That is the voter ID and age. So if you have it, then you are allowed to vote. And this is why what it is said that it is equal for all. Equality is maintained in this. There is no religion, there is no class, or if you are rich, I am giving you chance. If you are poor, I am not. No, that is not there. Everyone is getting the chance to vote, those who are eligible. So that is why they have said it as universal adult franchise. Okay? This is the best example of equality, isn't it? If irrespective of my background, my profession, irrespective of some worker who is working, that is not the point. Everyone is getting the rights. So what shows? It shows that even I have the right to choose my leader. Even a person who is of low caste or economically very poor, so that person also has the right to vote and choose the leader. So this is the best example of equality. This is what they are trying to say. Now see, writing in the journal Young India in 1931, Gandhiji said, in the journal Gandhiji said what? I cannot possibly bear the idea that a man who has got wealth should get the vote, but a man who has got character but no wealth or literacy should have no vote. What they have said that Gandhiji, we all know his views were very open-minded person, and he hated inequality on the basis of caste, religion, anything. He believed everyone should get equal rights. So what did Gandhiji said? That I possibly believe that a man who has got wealth should get the vote. Okay, wealth है आपके पास, तो vote मिलना चाहिए. But a man who has got character but no wealth or literacy should have no vote. See, I have money, but I am not literate and I am not a person of good character. So I should not get vote. Naturally, because I have no sympathy for anyone, I will only be selfish. Okay, मैं कैसे इंसान हूँ उस पे भी बहुत depend करता है. Right? See, you must have seen in news channels also, the leaders, the representatives, they give so many commitments, they promise things that if you give me votes, if I will win, I am going to make sure that every poor person gets money, everyone gets a job. So why do they give such promises? So that the people are convinced even by the character of that person. Okay? लोगों को, citizens को ये भी लगना चाहिए कि हमारा representative एक अच्छा character का इंसान है. If the character is not good, what's the point? There is no point. And also literacy is important. We cannot just make an illiterate man our leader. Then what will happen? Then he will not be able to make decisions also. It is important. Literacy is important. So this is what Gandhiji has said. Or that a man who honestly works by the sweat of his brow day in any day out should not have the vote for the crime of being a poor man. If a person, if a leader is genuinely working hard, okay, genuinely वो बहुत अच्छे से काम कर रहा है हमारी country के लिए, committed है, so that person has the right to get vote. Okay, Gandhiji says that irrespective of if he is a poor man, he is a rich man, that should not be counted. We should vote such kind of people and we should make such kind of representatives. So it is in our hands. हम किस पार्टी को सपोर्ट करते हैं, किन लीडर्स को सपोर्ट करते हैं, it is in our hands. In the earliest form of franchising, only educated or those who paid taxes were granted the right to vote. Okay, in earlier times, ancient times, what happens? Only those people who paid taxes, Okay, and were educated were have the right to vote. पहले सिर्फ उन्हीं लोगों के पास राइट थी जो एजुकेटेड भी थे एंड जिनके पास इनफ वेल्थ था कि वो टैक्सेस पे कर सके. But now there is no such rule. Even the uneducated people can give their votes. This implied that women and the uneducated did not enjoy this right. Okay, what happened? The women and the uneducated, because women were not paying taxes, they were not employed. In ancient times we are talking about. So they were not educated also and they were not employed, so they didn't pay taxes. So they didn't enjoy the right to vote. In India too, before independence, a limited minority decided the fate of the vast majority. Now this is so wrong. If only limited people decide, okay, we should represent, we should vote for this party. So this is wrong. This does not show the entire country's opinion. This only shows the opinion of some people. Okay, if I decide 12 people or I make a committee and I say only you will vote and only you will decide who will be the prime minister, who will rule the country. So that does not show that every citizen's opinion is shown over. Okay, हर citizen का opinion accept नहीं. So that was wrong. The right to vote was not granted to women for a very long time. However, our constitution framers realized the importance of equality for smooth functioning of democracy and granted the right to vote to all other citizens of the country. So finally what happened? The constitutions, people who framed the constitution, they decided that everyone should be treated equally, everyone should have the right to vote. So they made this kind of rules and now everyone enjoys this right, that is we all can vote irrespective of our education background, our economic background, caste, color, creed, etc. Is it clear, children? Okay, so with this we have completed this chapter. Okay, and it was a very interesting chapter, right? So now for your worksheet part, see, I am giving you one question that is from your value corner. Do you think it is important for the citizen of a country to be involved in decisions that affect them? Do you reason? So all of you just write whatever is your opinions on it. Okay, आपका opinions क्या है वो आपको लिखना है and we will discuss that in the live classes. Okay, children, if you want, you can just pause the video. This is the question. There's only one question. It is there in the textbook itself. That is the question of value corner. Please write your opinions, share your thoughts, and we will discuss in detail in the live classes. So till that, take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye.